Alright, so I was working on my KC Cup highlight video, then this new set came out. Sadly, something broken from this set was released, so I had to cancel my KC Cup video just to show you this. Is this deck tier 0? We obviously need heavy testing, which my Discord and events will figure it out quickly. Especially with the Meta Weekly Tournament this Wednesday and the massive Meta Championship Series, which will be held next week, March 3rd through 4th. We have our 8th Meta Weekly coming out. Last week we gave out $287. What is the Meta Weekly? The next Meta Weekly is February 21st at 7 p.m. EST, 12 a.m. GMT. It's very easy to join the Meta Weekly tournaments, which happen every single week. These are supposed to emulate the weekly local experience. The perfect tournament experience for brand new players and casual players, mixed with the best players of the game. You buy a $2 ticket and the tournaments usually take about 3 to 3.5 hours long. Don't hesitate with any questions if you want to join. No worry about AFKing or even playing from work. Go to discord.gg/DuelLinksMeta to join the Discord, and you can go to twitch.tv/DuelLinksMeta/subscribe to subscribe on Twitch. What is the Meta Championship Series? The MCS 6 is next week at March 3rd through 4th. Here is the confirmed list of content creators and top players joining. This is a 364 player tournament. The last MCS we gave out over $4,000 in prize support. There is still a chance to join the MCS by joining the Discord at discord.gg/DuelLinksMeta. This deck is consistent. This deck is powerful. This deck is versatile. The deck can be weak against a really aggressive hand from your opponent if you don't open Karibo or if you brick. What makes this deck so good? Archfiend Emperor, the first Lord of Horror. When normal summoned, he is 1500 attack and is destroyed in the end phase. There is no restriction on special summoning him. So after you special summon him, he is 3000 attack and isn't destroyed in the end phase. Now, from the graveyard or from your hand, you could banish an Archfiend card, which does not need to be a monster, and then he destroys any card on the field, including your own if you want to. He can be searched with Doomdog. Now we have this brand new trap, which came out in the real-life card game this month. Call of the Archfiend. This continuous trap does not connect itself to the monster. Once per turn, on your turn and on your opponent's turn, you could special summon a Dark Necrophear or an Archfiend Emperor from the graveyard by discarding any fiend monster from your hand. That means that this card works with Dark Worlds, even though we are not playing any. Remember, Dark Necrophear must be summoned properly first. The great thing about this card is that if you draw an extra copy, you could banish it with Archfiend Emperor. It can also be banished from the grave if your opponent destroys it. Then we are playing Escape from the Dark Dimension. Anything you banish with Dark Necrophear or Archfiend Emperor can be special summoned using this card. I would love to play 3, but I feel playing 3 Karibos is optimal. In the replays, you will see me playing against Gladiators 3 games at the end of this video.
Duel.
I'm going to start with a replay that Gianna was playing. Even though she loses this duel in this scenario due to a few misplays that put her in lethal range of a Wall of Disruption, it shows the versatility of Archfiend Emperor's effect. Sadly, she was extremely unlucky and had an Archfiend Emperor as her last card in her deck. Even though the duel was in her control, yet she did not want to lose to a Wall of Disruption, but instead she loses to a double enemy controller, his second and third econ.
Duel.
Here we are playing against Cyber Angels, testing out the new Gishki card. Now, even though he misplays by not tributing Dkayed, we still would have won the game by summoning Archfiend Emperor again during our turn after it tanks the Dkayed damage. Due to Fiend Farewell and drawing a Fiend monster, we would have had Archfiend Emperor and Dark Necrofear and Archfiend Emperor's effect to destroy Dkayed if he boosted it with Dkayed. Dark Necrofear could also have taken Dkayed if needed, but he didn't have protection in Grave.
Duel.
Gia is also playing in this game. She flips up Call of the Archfiend early to prevent another Gyoku effect. Now, even though he missed his effect on Hazy Flame, they still would not have been big enough to swing over an Archfiend Emperor.
Duel.
With Call of the Archfiend being able to keep resummoning Emperor and Necrofear, and with Emperor's removal, this Ancient Gear player does not have a chance to win.
Duel.
Here we are playing against the new Water deck. While Legendary Fisherman is immune to monster effects, Dark Necrofear is a spell card when equipped to the Fisherman.
Duel!
Now on to real testing as I play 3 games against gladiators. The important thing against gladiators is that you do not want them to destroy Call of the Archfiend with Bestiari unless you could chain it. With that in mind, it's good for us that gladiators is a slow enough deck to not OTK out of nowhere, while against other decks it will be safer to set our back row that special summons monsters to protect our life points. Archfiend Emperor's effect when used to destroy a monster against gladiators is devastating. That's the best way to defeat gladiators.
Duel!
Now in this replay, I had 2 choices. I could have started with Archfiend plays with Call of the Archfiend, or follow up with them after using Necrofear. I'm not saying that Necrofear was the best choice here, but I wanted to see how well an Archfiend Emperor follow-up would play out. I summon Dark Necrofear in defense so we do not lose to an enemy controller. A very close game here, as I could lose to Gladiators topping a monster, but luckily he doesn't. The final game against Gladiators.
Duel.
We don't open amazingly well as we are forced to set a Trance Archfiend. At 600 life, we are now going to have to heavily play around Wall of Disruption. Gladiators goes for game with the double enemy controller take, but now I have a monster to summon thanks to the second enemy controller tributing my monster. Hope you all enjoyed the video, guys. Test the deck out. Let me know what you think. I think it has potential to be the best deck.